Nazi sympathizer network buying up Cape Breton properties with colony in mind, German report. Fellow Canadian here, so what you're saying is when I get off the ferry in North Sydney from Newfoundland I'll be in the Third Reich. Edit, thanks kind stranger for the gold and silver. This is a first. And I have zero idea what it does. But thank you, the Thalmor are not welcome in High Rock. Why Cape Breton? The surface of the sun would be eminently more suitable. I mean that is a good way to buy up properties cheap. Literally nobody wants to buy property in a town where half the town is owned by a Nazi sympathizer. Wonder if the whole thing is a show put on to make a killing in real estate. Yes, get them all into a single area. Then make them think they are going to be attacked so they put up a wall. Then sweat them out. This place was on Reddit 2 weeks ago for promoting itself as a place to live in case Trump wins a second term. Cape Breton, http://cbif Trump wins. .com/. I thought I read a story last year that Cape Breton has a university that has been admitting a lot of international students, who tend to be well off and have really boosted the local economy. I wonder if there's a connection between international students and the Nazi sympathizer need for an ongoing supply of fresh lamb. So I'm from this area and have heard all about Frank Eckhart and have known some people who have had run-ins with him. A German family contacted me about a year ago concerning him as they were interested in renting a local property while they waited for Eckhart to do paperwork or whatever for them to get permanent resident status in Canada. He's been allegedly bilking Germans and Austrians and others from Europe out of money for years now, promising to get them into Canada and into Cape Breton and charging them exorbitant amounts of money and then does nothing for them. Allegedly. I sent the family back articles written about this guy and warned them to steer clear. I never heard from these folks again. Here's some more information on this guy. https://www. CBC, CA/news/Canada/Nova Scotia/Austrian immigrants Cape Breton 1. 512-3091. A family was deported after they couldn't get resident status, but only after Eckhart charged them $160,000 for $82,000 worth of land. Apparently the extra money was for his fees, but despite promising them a fast track to residency, he later said he only offers advice based on his experiences and guarantees nothing. I believe a similar thing happened to another family up the way. They too were deported. I do not know if they were involved with Eckhart, but I have my suspicions. Fuck Nazis. I never thought I'd see the day where this was even an issue in Cape Breton of all places. Eckhart's real estate website calls Canada a place where you escape the increasingly authoritarian and runaway administrative machinery of the European Union. Oh boy, they're gonna be surprised. This reminds me of the fiasco that was Galt's Gulch Chile. I wonder what their usernames are on /r/Canada. Why the fuck do we call them Nazi sympathizers? Why not just Nazis? What the hell is the difference? Ha, we would have finally had a practical use for the tar ponds. Weird. Would have thought they learned their lesson about squatting on French-speaking beaches the first time. Removed. We Cape Bretoners aren't above a little arson to chase off Nazis. I wondered why I heard polka music at the Margaree Valley Cayley. Send the lads down from Meat Cove to have a word with those Nazis. Keep them fuckers off of Frankie McDonald's turf. Honestly, I'm just glad it's not in America this time. Can we put walls around so they can feel safe? Maybe some guards for the walls too. Come to think of it, maybe the residents can wear uniforms, just so they all look the same. Heck, maybe we can even set things up so they never leave their walls, you know, so they can feel safe and all. I have no issue with people being proud of being English, Irish, German, etc. I'm half Irish myself. It's this land of white I can't seem to find on the map. Seems like wherever these folks go, suffering follows. As a Canadian, I don't want any fucking Nazis in my country. The Canadians who died at Juno Beach and all the rest of us deserve a lot better. Used to have a musician friend who played at one of Conrad Black's parties. Before Conrad went to prison, he was getting a tour of the house, and in one room, there was a portrait of what appeared to be Hitler in full Nazi regalia hanging over the fireplace. "Why do you have a picture of Hitler?" my ex-friend asked. "Oh, no," says Conrad. "That's Himmler," as if it was totally fine and normal to have Hitler's right-hand man hanging in pride of place over the fireplace. There have been crypto-Nazis in Canada for quite a while now. Do people from Cape Breton dislike people not from their island as much as the people from Pay dislike people from away? Because I can only imagine how sour of a reception they're going to get once people catch on to them being card-carrying fucking Nazis. When you want to rule the world but you are broke. They should move to Russia, has a lot of Nazis there. Eckhart's real estate website calls Canada a place where you escape the increasingly authoritarian and runaway administrative machinery of the European Union. Wait, what? You're afraid of authoritarianism but also a Nazi? Face with rolling eyes. Hold up, Canada gets wealthy Nazis who can afford large-scale land purchases? American Nazis squat houses and can't afford to brush their teeth, not that it matters. Meth has usually destroyed their teeth. Not really surprised. Lived in Canada for a few years and saw almost as many Confederate flags flying there as I see in Florida. Canada may be more polite, but they are every bit as racist. Unfortunately. Wait till you hear about China buying up countless real estate all over the world, specifically Africa and in America, to exploit native residents. Huh. That explains something. I was on a flight back in January with a passenger returning from a trip to Cape Breton, who possibly gave me COVID, but that's another crazy story. I found it so damned weird that a lifetime resident of Stuttgart, lives, works there and all their kids are there as well, would want to buy a cottage in Cape Breton and come twice a year to hang out with friends. I mean, it's not exactly a walk in the park during the winter months, so it really made me scratch my head as to why one would want to fly 35+ hours, Stuttgart, Frankfurt, Toronto, Halifax, Sydney, just to spend a 2-week vacation. And have their friends do the same. We talked a lot during the flight. She seemed like a really nice lady, but I didn't get what the deal with the Dieter was. Article seemed to be written about another article and full of conjecture. At this point all Redditors are journalists. We have tons of frozen islands up north. Give them one of those. They are clearly playing the long game. Damn you again, global warming. Like Colonia Dignidad? Wow. According to Der Spiegel, the pair form part of a network founded by Eckhart, who also lives in Cape Breton. Eckhart, Der Spiegel reports, is a so-called Reichsbürger, a person who feels the modern German state that arose after the Nazi defeat doesn't have legitimacy. Ah yes, the old Nazi ideology. Eckhart's real estate website calls Canada a place where you escape the increasingly authoritarian and runaway administrative machinery of the European Union. The what? NGL, the guy in the picture kinda looks like your average Jewish guy, ironically. They've been trying to settle the PNW for a while now but can't afford it, so they're stuck on the other side of the mountains. Well, it should be easier to liberate them then. Imagine that, skinheads run and loose down Sydney Dooley's Lugaward fuck. Don't you fucking ruin the Cabot Trail for the rest of us. Why do we refer to those that support Nazi ideology as sympathizers and not just Nazis? Some white supremacists tried to buy up a town in my state a few years back. They really want a safe space for their fragile selves. https://en Wikipedia, org/wiki/Craig_Cobb